Hi Capricorn, it's Sloan Rose here with your Love and Romance reading for the month of June 2018. Capricorn, this is an adjunct video to the previously released Love and Romance reading that I did for May, June, and July. It's a more comprehensive read, so if you are interested in that or you haven't seen it yet, you can listen to it or watch it here on the YouTube channel or listen to it on the audio podcast. There's a link here to the video, and the audio podcast links are below. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm going to be getting one card from the Romance Angels as the overarching theme for the month of June for you, and then 3 cards from the Sensual Wicca Tarot, 1 card in position of what you're meant to do or start doing, stop doing or not do, and what you can expect regardless. Oh, also I have the online courses available. I'm super excited to share them with everyone. I have a free spirituality course, a how to use crystals course, and then 2 courses on how to read Oracle and Tarot cards, 1 for beginners and 1 for intermediate and advanced levels. And my daughter, Meadow Rhodes, is a filmmaker, and she made a fun blooper reel for me as a promo for the courses. So I'm including a link here if you want to see it. I wanted to share the fun with everyone. We had a lot of fun making the courses. And also hopefully you'll check out the courses as well. But so I am promoting that, I guess. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Someone else got that, but I can't remember who. And we also have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Well, for some of you, this may be specific, but usually when I see the honeymoon card, it always feels a bit more solitary. There's just not a lot going on around it. So it may not be that you actually go on a honeymoon, but if you're partnered, you may go on a trip that's very quiet, you know, romantic possibly. And it can, for some of you, also just indicate time alone, you know, a honeymoon from trying to find love outside of yourself. You know, we have the give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership, but the key word here is your ability to partner with yourself first, remembering that you are the first lover of you always. And from that stems everything else. And we see it here even with this card. Like, you know, she's turned away, her eyes are closed, his eyes are kind of squinty, he's looking at her, but they're just not completely engaged. And so for this, I remind you that go within, you know, close your eyes, go within and think about what you bring to a partnership, but also what you're wanting to see reflected back to you based on what you are emanating out. You know, so it's not just what you are bringing to another, but what you are sharing as an essence of you, as a frequency, as an emanation of your heart, you know, and bring that out more. And then when you bring it out more consciously, more openly, you have it reflected back more often. And this is what you're working on. This is what you're wanting to see in your partner. You're not wanting a partner who is shut down, who's unavailable. You're wanting a partner who is open and receptive to your love and also willing to give as you are willing to give to yourself. And from that, you are open and receptive, and it's this beautiful give and take. So it's not just about working on the partnership itself, and it's certainly indicated if you are in partnership, to continue to work on that if that resonates with you. But even more importantly, what it is you're wanting. What it is you enjoy about yourself. If you are looking at your partner and constantly finding fault, well, put the mirror onto yourself. It's not always comfortable, but it's the fastest way to change what you are wanting, is to begin the internal change. You know, if you're always finding fault in your partner, well, maybe you're not holding that for yourself. You know, a lot of times when we think about turning the mirror on ourselves, it's like, well, if your partner's being mean, am I being mean to my partner? Yes, that's part of it, but it's also, am I being mean to myself? You know, am I speaking unkindly to myself? Am I judging myself that I should be somewhere other than I am, that I'm supposed to have done more, be more, whatever? And how can I begin to shift that into a more loving connection to myself? There's a lot of messages around that. And it's something that we all work on at different times, more consciously, let's say. We're always working on it anyway, and it's not something you get done in the month of June or even in this incarnation. It's something you're always going to be working with. You know, how can I be more loving? You know, that's why we're all here, is to express the essence of love, but it starts within first. And how can I be more open to the love that I am in order to express it and have it reflected back to me more dynamically more of the time. And it may be on the very practical level for some of you who are already partnered that you do work on your partnership by going away for a trip, a nice romantic trip away from others. You even have the retreat card under that. And this could be the one under that for some of you. Not everyone's going to be partnered, obviously. But again, if you are single and you're always like, why am I single? I want, you have your list. I want a partner who's, confident. I want a partner who's can, sustain themselves financially, and I want a partner who can take care of me or love me or, has the same sex drive as me, or, you have your list or whatever. Well, turn that list on yourself and become that for yourself. If you want to, a partner who's very sexual, will connect to your own sexuality without giving it away. How can I be sensual and enjoy the fact that I'm a sexual being without having to be in a partnership in this moment? There are many levels to human sexuality, and you're an earth sign. So you enjoy this aspect very, very, very much. But you're also incredibly hardworking. So sometimes you work yourself to the bone, Capricorn, and then you're like, someone else come in and bring it to me, provide it for me. And then it feels like sometimes that, yet another thing I have to do. It's not that you have to do it. It's that we're all here to connect to ourselves first. So it's not that you have to do it. It's not on you. It's for you. It's for you to explore. This incarnation is for you, Capricorn, to explore and enjoy, Not out of need, but because it's fun. It's a game. And if you want your partner to be more available, well, am I available for myself? Am I taking care of myself, It's just a kind of a fun way to turn it around and create change faster. The change that you want faster. I'm just going to get some water, Capricorn. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some cards. So you get one card in the position of what you're meant to do or start doing, one card in the position of what you're meant to not do or stop doing, and one card in the position of what you can expect regardless. And Capricorn, if you don't know what your rising or moon sign is, I have a resources page on my website with a bunch of free resources there, and you can find out, there's a couple links that'll tell you what it is, and you don't have to pay any money or anything. But I also have book titles and all kinds of stuff there for those of you who want to explore more. Okay. So what you can look for, so what you are meant to do or keep doing or start doing is the Two of Swords in reverse. Interesting. What you're meant to not do or stop doing is the Nine of Wands. What you can look forward to regardless is a Five of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Seeker, the Hermit, under the deck. Now, there may be a Virgo involved here, but it's also just very powerful inward energy as you. And it could also be that you are with someone or meet someone during this time frame who's also a very solitary individual, someone who likes to spend time alone, who doesn't need partnership. But it could also be that you meet someone who is a Virgo. And also, it may just also be that you're more focused inward, solitary. Again, we have this, remember as I mentioned, the honeymoon card for me often feels very solitary. So it's not like you are necessarily being with someone if you are single. Okay, so what you're meant to do or start doing or keep doing, Capricorn, is the Two of Swords. So this is a beautiful card of decisions being made. So you're meant to be open here. When it's like this, when it's in this upright, you're not making any decision. You are kind of neutral. But here you're meant to pick a side. Pick a side. It's time. Get off the fence. Pick a side. You may be even invited into a conversation where you have to pick a side, even though you've been trying to maintain your neutrality. So it could be that, your partner or your spouse or someone is having an exchange with a family member, and you've been trying to be neutral about it. You didn't want to get involved, but here you're being encouraged to make a stand, pick a side. You can't be neutral all the time. You have to make a decision here, and that's what you're encouraged to do, keep doing, or start doing, which is really nice. It's nice energy. I mean, neutrality is fine, but here if you have been kind of laying low, kind of trying to stay under the radar, not wanting to get involved in some kind of situation, here you are being encouraged very, very strongly, Capricorn, to pick a side. It's coming in like that. So make a decision. And if you've been on the fence, and it may even be that you have an opportunity here to back your partner if you think they're right. I feel like it would be. I feel like, if it's between your family and your partner or something, I feel like it's a nice opportunity to bond. Because we do have this give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. How do you partner? Are you with your partner or are you not? Kind of thing. It would be seen as a gesture of loyalty, I think, from your partner. And what you're meant to not do or stop doing is the Nine of Wands. So, make sure you're not putting up walls. This is what you're meant to do. Like here, this can be perceived by someone as a wall because you're not really doing anything, but here you are being encouraged to do something. And here we have what you're meant to not do or stop doing. And the Nine of Wands for me is often a bit of a wall. You're kind of in a defensive stand, and not necessarily very open to others, and so let your walls down a bit here, Capricorn. Allow others in. Again, you can't be on the fence forever. Drop the wall as best you can. It's out of fear, Give things a chance to develop. If you have a crush, and you've been deciding, should I ask this person out, should I not? Here you're being encouraged, it's okay. It's okay to try. You can't stay behind castle walls always. You think you're safe there, but really you're just alone. Even if you're with someone, have those conversations, this kind of thing. And then what we can look forward to or expect regardless here, Capricorn, is the Five of Wands in reverse. It's kind of interesting. Same kind of theme with the Five of Wands. With the Five of Wands here, what you can expect or look forward to regardless is, first and foremost, the competition is falling by the wayside. So this is really nice. So, you are winning, let's say. You're more likely to stand out in this moment here. It's also about decisions being made between head and heart. Sometimes with the Five of Wands, we have an internal struggle occurring. But I also see, you are standing out. But just make sure with this that you are still working on this, on the partnership and what kind of partner are you. Because sometimes with the Five of Wands, it's like in some ways you give up a little bit, like you just don't, you stop going to the gym, you just kind of, you're slopping around in your sweats, kind of thing. So don't give up on yourself. Keep working on yourself, not for someone else, just out of pride, self-pride, self-enjoyment of your own natural strength and beauty as a human being. So there's two ways to kind of read that depending upon your situation. It's kind of a very kind of cut and dry reading here for you, Capricorn. Open up, open up, open up to self, to others. Allow yourself to be a bit vulnerable here. And if you want to get away, it's certainly indicated that a nice holiday, either by yourself or with another, or with someone with whom you have an easy connection, would be beneficial for you. Okay, let me get one more card from the After Tarot. And then this is the deck I'm using. And then I'm going to close out your reading. Remember that if you're here you are being asked to get off the fence a little bit, make a decision, time to take action. It may be that what you're perceiving as someone who's not interested, they may just be very quiet, very internal, either in general or just during this time frame. So, you may be perceiving it as they're not interested, but you never know. Maybe they are. You won't know until you take a chance. Okay, what are the messages for Capricorn? And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention with the Seeker, the Hermit here, that you may even want to seek out spiritual counsel, if you are confused about love. Talk to your rabbi, to your priest, to your minister, to a spiritual counselor, this kind of thing. There's many ways that can come in. And this is a general reading, so I want to make sure I cover them all. And for some of you Capricorns, there may be a Libra individual involved that you've been on the fence with. Okay, Knight of Cups. Oh, very nice. So this is the After Tarot. So I go a lot with the imagery here, not just the meaning of the card. And I will say with the Knight of Cups here, it's a beautiful card. It may be an individual, of course, like a water sign, possibly Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But it's also an energy, right? An energy of giving to yourself first. The Knight of Cups is very romantic. It's very sweeping energy. In love with love kind of energy, and it may be this very romantic time for those of you who do go away. Again, a romantic trip is indicated here. But also remember that the partnership you're seeking is a beautiful open partnership with yourself. And we even see it indicated here. He's giving himself, he's drinking him, from his own cup here. He's giving to himself first before he goes off to give it to another. And this can be perceived as selfish, or it can also just be perceived as self-care. You're going to have to feel it out here. And I say this also because, as I mentioned with the Five of Wands, sometimes it can be like you give up. You don't take care of yourself, and or the situation, or your partner even. And here it's like, like when you go on an airplane and they talk about the mask coming down, for people with children, give to yourself first and then take care of your children. Same thing. Self-care is important. So you have something to give in partnership. So, okay, I hope you find that helpful, Capricorn. I wish you much love, and I will see you either at your private appointment for Reiki or Tarot, or over on the podcast, or at the online courses. Much love.